Good morning, everybody. So we got a little motivated at Matt's this week. And listen, I know everybody's tired of Ace. Everybody's tired of Ace. And I've been wanting to start a new project, but this truck right here is just a little rough. And it's such a good working truck. But shout out to some of the builds there, and shout out to a lot of the fans who came up saying, hey, we love this truck because it's balling on a budget, and then it's a working truck and all this stuff. I was like, you know what? I think that's my place. If I want to compete at a place like Matt's, we'll just take our cab over, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, Demon? But for me, and what I'm gonna do, we're gonna see just how clean we can get this truck right here. You know, Bluey on a budget. Bluey on a budget, that's what we'll call it. Now right away there's gonna be some big expenses, you know, things that have to happen. For sure, this frame is rough. This frame has things that shouldn't be in it, and it's pretty dang rough. Somebody with some good frame knowledge and welding and whatever else you got to have to do that in sandblasting area, we do not have anywhere to sandblast. They can do that themselves and probably save them quite a bit of money. Me, however, that's going to have to be an expense that I throw at it. So jot that down already. So the budget already starts a little thinner for me. But I've already been pricing interior parts. This whole thing, this is going to be a pretty big deal here. I got to find all the leaks, and you know, everybody's like, it's coming from the roof. No, I don't think so. Everything up in the headliner is all still fine works, never been wet. So it's coming from somewhere else. So that's gonna be a big deal. Somebody in its former life ripped I guess it had a dry pack or something on it. It ripped the bunk air thing off of it. And I mean ripped when I say ripped. So we're going to mask that, but we're going to leave the paint. The paint is in pretty rough shape too, you know, in a lot of places. I actually put this big visor on it to cover some of it. We're going to change the visor to a smaller, sleeker visor to expose even more bad paint. Leave it in the comments if you want me to break down what we've done to Ace and the budget of Ace, because I've written most of it down, and you might be surprised. But we're going to try to go even cheaper, and it won't be better. Trust me, it won't be Ace. But we're going to see what we can come up with on a budget, and we're going to put a little cherry on top to make it fun. Can we get this done by August, which is my favorite show other than my show starting in June? I don't know if this will be in a spot to bring to my show. Maybe we need to make sure it is. But by August, Perryville show, Perryville, Missouri, my favorite show. Will this thing be sitting like we want it? I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to keep this video open in case we have time to mess with anything today. So the Bluey budget build starts right now. But like every good build project, we have got to clean a space out. This was Ace space. And as you can see, working on it for months, cluttered it. Well, that's just trash. But working on it for months, cluttered the walls up, cluttered everything up. This shelf was the Ace shelf. Everything on that shelf is for or off of Ace. So that's going to have to change. We may even do an attempt of our own painting for the first time ever on this build. I have the stuff. That'll help on, you know, that little budget we've been talking about. That'll help. Okay, let's get to cleaning. For those of you who thought Ace was just not a working truck and just a little pitty-paddly show truck or whatever, guess what? All of this came out of there. It had like 2 million miles worth of crap in it. Oh, we're also going to do this with trying to keep the license on it and working it time to time. Because what would I do if I couldn't work this truck? I would probably be left uphill without a paddle. Anywho, just like Ace, I worked it, paid it off before I started building it. We've worked this, it's paid off. Let's start. Who did all this? First things first, we got to fix that air leak coming from the seat hose, from the air up seat hose thing. I don't ride with air in the seat anyway, so I could just plug it off, but I guess we'll do it right. That is, if I could find our good side cutters. We'll see if we fixed it. That was way harder than it should have been, and I'm not sure the quick connect I used was even right, and the cutter's crooked cut. Not fixed. I'm gonna have to go get the right size quick connect and some cutters. While we wait on that, we'll start peeling these off. See how bad it is. Yeah. Okay, so a little mad at whatever happened there, but we got it, you know, somewhat. And how do you hide things like that on a budget? Pretty easy, actually. Wait, did somebody just say rivets and paint? Get out of here. Lights. I don't know if it'll be these lights, but lights. Sure. Yep, sure, yep. Maybe. We have direction, that's what I'm saying. Well, what in tarnation? Somebody heard truck show and got excited. Anyway, somehow I got filthy and haven't done anything yet, but that's the gist of it. Follow along. We're gonna get this sucker whipped into shape, in some sort of shape. What kind of shape is it? We don't know. But we can't do much until we get some parts on the way. Some of the stuff I really loved about this truck, like these tank covers and stuff, are really starting to show age already. Maybe my boy Chris could hook me up with some more. Hey Chris, I see you. Anyway, we gotta address stuff like that. But yeah, next chapter starts right now. We're working on it. Let's get some parts on the way. See what we can do.